So I want to show you the environment is very important because it's all going to end in about 10 years. And they asked Gavin Newsom. Charlie, an 11-year-old, just asked Gavin Newsom whether he would support a statewide Green New Deal. His response, telling Charlie that California is already doing enough on climate. Ron Placone says, we're doing enough on climate change, Charlie? I mean, come on, you can't expect the fifth largest economy in the world to figure out a high-speed rail across the state or anything like that. I bet you want a unicorn, too.
Ron Placone. We need children to start running for office. Just small children, you know, toddlers for president.
Literally a Twilight Zone episode that was just out. That's how real this shit is now.
So there's a youth group called U.S. Climate Strike, and they asked Joe Biden if he would be a leader on climate change. Watch this. Watch what he says. Watch what he says.
Joe, I have a question. My name is Samira. I'm part of the U.S. Youth Climate Strike, an organization. On March 15th, we organized a bunch of strikes across the nation. And now we have a petition to ask all the presidential candidates to support a forum where we're talking about the climate policy. And can you commit to be a non-stop leader and support?
By the way, I was, just so you know, I'm the guy that did all this stuff. Read Real Clear Politics. I'll tell you about how I started this whole thing back in '87 with climate change.
Do you
I smell you.
So a young climate activist asked him if he would be a leader, and he gets in his face and said, I've been doing this since 1978. You blah, blah, blah. Go check Real Clear Politics. I've been doing this. He's wagging his finger at her, gets in her personal fucking space again, and he wags his finger at someone asking him to be a leader on climate change, and he says, go check out Real Clear Politics. So I did, and guess what it says? Biden is stuck in the past when it comes to climate change. I even checked out Time magazine. It says Greenpeace gives Joe Biden a D- on his climate change report card. Now, that's about as bad as you can get. I mean, you can't get anybody worse than that. Oh, shit, they found one. They found a guy slightly shittier than Joe Biden. Isn't that something? So now you got to vote for Joe Biden or you're immoral. You don't care about climate change? That's why you didn't vote for Joe Biden? Because you don't care about climate change.
I'm Joe Biden. I like it hot. All these pussies want the temperature to go down. I say we go shirtless. Let the oceans rise.
That's the two-party system, folks. A D- or an F. Those are your choices. Honey, it's date night. We need a sitter for the kids. There's only two choices. A pedophile and a meth head. I go meth head, right? Makes sense, meth head. You say meth head? Any parents here weigh in, meth head? D-.
And you want to see how the establishment media, they bullshit for Joe Biden, how they protect him? So Matthew Iglesias, who does he write for now? Does he write for Vox now? Or what?
Probably.
He's been around forever, Matthew Iglesias. He's in one of these apologists for corporatists. And he goes, there was a lot of huffing and puffing about the evils of Biden's alleged middle ground climate change policy. Alleged? Alleged? Well, here's exclusive presidential hopeful Biden looking for middle ground climate policy. Is Reuters lying? Are they fake news? Should they have their Facebook take? Here's also Echo Watch. Biden's reported middle ground climate policy doesn't go far enough, advocates say. And here's from the New York Times, his own advisor. I respect where activist groups are coming from, Zeichel said. That's Biden's advisor. What we learned from Obama administration is unless we find middle ground on these issues, we risk not having any policy. So isn't it fucking weird to see that happening over and over? What is it for Matthew Iglesias to pretend reality isn't reality and pretend Joe Biden doesn't suck on climate change? And because he gets paid to do that, I guess. That's the thing. You wouldn't think that they were that corrupt, but they are. That's fucking that's Matthew Iglesias bullshitting his own readers, fucking lying, and that's what they do most of the goddamn time.
What's a middle ground approach? The water rising to this, as opposed to okay.
Yeah,
I took the no negativity pledge, so I can't say anything bad about the Biden or any other candidate.
The middle ground on climate change, well, we'll let them have Florida, but not Alaska. That's the middle.
I think, instead of losing a million species, we'll just lose 500,000 species.
Yeah.
That's a good
fair.
tactic.
That's
That
fair.
sounds like a good concept.
And we'll fish. Although fish will be out of the ocean, but we'll still have some in Lake Michigan. It's a middle ground.
I like it.
Did you hear what Joe Biden said about Obama when they were on the debate stage in
No.
2008? Oh, God. I mean, he basically was saying Obama got tested for AIDS, right? He was like, I went and lectured the black community, and I told them to get tested for AIDS. And he's like, Obama, you did, right? And it was like, okay, dude. And the fact that people they just like him and the polls are high just because he's associated with Obama. The year before that, he called Obama smart, articulate, and clean, like a storybook man. That's Biden for you. 2020, baby.
Yeah. Hey, we just added St. Louis and Honolulu to our live tour schedule. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our live shows. We might be coming to your town. Go check right now at jimmydorecomedy.com. And if you like the show and want to support it, become a premium member. You can become a patron or through PayPal, or go right to jimmydorecomedy.com and become a premium member. That's the best way. We'll see you at a live show.